Jeff, I move it there.
Okay. Mayor Chow is a favorite with all our international community groups. The presentation that I enjoyed the most was with your community. Do you remember? He was the speaker at one of the Kosovar National Days.
That was a while ago, huh?
And at the end, all the men were sitting in a circle on the floor smoking traditional cigars, you know, with the mayor. And then he got up and he and his wife led the folk dancing. Mayor Chow.
I still remember that. Albania National Day. Yeah. So thank you, Anne-Marie, for inviting me here this afternoon. And it's always an honor to have the opportunity to speak to you. I know all the leadership class is important to learn and why and how you want to get involved. And I was born and raised in Taiwan. And it's very funny to tell you a true story first. I remember 5 years ago, and right after I was elected to mayor's office, and Anne-Marie honored me to have the Public Service Award. So we have another council member from other city introduced me. So that Joe Chow was born and raised in Taiwan, and it came to the United States as, listen to this, international stars. So she forgot the student. So she reads like STOD, forgot the ENT. So in front of 700 people, you know, it was hilarious. And since then, I became more famous. So, you know, I chose Southeastern Oklahoma State University, which is in Durant, Oklahoma, for my MBA degree. Not because people always ask me why you chose that university instead of some other big name university. But see, I graduated my college from National Chongqing University in Taipei as a 4 years college. Then in Taiwan, we have to serve 2 years military service for the government if you are healthy. So we didn't have a choice. So after 2 years, so I decided to come to the United States. I never really worked in Taiwan. So my mom handed me the passport of her savings. So she's very nice. You know, all the Chinese parents emphasize education. As long as you decide to go higher, they will support you any way they can. So I looked at the passport, around 7,000 US dollars. It's quite a bit. But still, you know, I said, you know, I don't want to take my mom's savings completely, right? Wipe it out. So I said, you know, let me apply for all those universities. So including Ohio State, Claremont University in Southern California, Colorado, Northern Colorado University. And luckily I was accepted by everybody, you know, but it's more expensive. You know, it's like $10,000 a year, minimum requirement, $9,000 in the Northern Colorado, and then Ohio State wanted $8,000. You know, the cheapest. I look at, oh, this is Durant, Oklahoma, 3,500. So I said, okay, bingo, I go to here. So I, at that year, the United States government recognized the China, you know, and then to be in the United Nations. So it's kind of a turmoil. So if you want to get a visa, it's very difficult. So you have to line up in front of a, we wouldn't call it embassy because they withdraw the embassy to call the embassy, instead of embassy, it's like the American Institute in Taipei, AIT. So we lined up a day before at 6 p.m., I remember. So a friend of mine just brought some stool for me to sit on and provide me some water to drink. So we lined up waiting, long line waiting for the next morning 8 o'clock interview. So I was very lucky, you know, submitted all the financial statement. I told you $3,500, and then with all the transcript. So I just got everything passed. And so a week after that, I came to the United States. It's August 12th. I didn't know no one. I don't have relatives. I didn't have nobody. I took the, I waited in the DFW airport for about a couple hours. Since the flight showed up at 5:30, they didn't have any transportation to downtown. So I have to take Greyhound bus station, to take Greyhound bus, to Oklahoma. That's what happened. And I went to the school, and then I arrived at the depot, and I said, why can't we get a taxi to go to the school? So I waited for like 15 minutes. It's very unusual. In Taiwan, you go on the street, you're waving your hand. You don't have to wait. You stand on the side. The cab is over. So you have to wait for 15 minutes to get to the cab. And then, so after I sit on it, he just turned like 3 turns. It's right there. Very fast, very close by. So I said, how much it is? $1.55. Back then, $1 US equals to 44 Taiwan dollars. So it seemed like it's a lot, It's a lot. So just 3 turns. And I lived in a dorm, and then I cooked myself. 2 weeks later, I run into somebody in the campus. They're looking for a waiter. So never feel bad. That's how I started. They said, oh, we need some waiters in my restaurant, and I can speak both English and Chinese. So I said, I can. So they hired me. So the first 2 weeks, they just come to pick me up and go to Sherman, Texas. You know Sherman? All right, so they give me a ride every Friday and drop me off on Sunday. Then every Sunday, I got back with lots of food because they always give me a lot of food, so I don't have to cook myself most of the time. So that's how I started. I remember the dorm is $40 a month, and then I have a rice cooker. I cook the food when I needed to. Just put rice, whole chicken or beef stew. It's excellent. It can last for 2 meals. That's how I started. I know how to make a living myself. I work in the restaurant. I feel like, they were always busy. I remember the name of the restaurant, Aloha. Aloha. So. The first day I went there to work, I made $40. I feel, that's good money. $40 is a lot, in 4 or 5 hours time. It's pretty good. So I said, one day I want to be my own boss. So that's the reason I became restaurant owner later on. After I graduated, after I got my MBA degree, and then I worked in the area restaurant for a year, become manager, general manager. And then anyway, I opened up my own restaurant in 1986. So I invented one dish, is sesame chicken. So if you go to every Chinese restaurant, if they don't have sesame chicken, they are not a Chinese restaurant. Who invented? That's me. So I still have 2 plaques on the wall. Most creative cuisine and professional competition, awarded by Bold Pilgrim, Pilgrim Fried Chicken. This event was held in joint effort between Pilgrim Fried Chicken and the Metro Press Chamber. So out of 46 restaurants, all kinds of restaurants, I won the first award. So since then, this dish is becoming so popular. So I remember, since I was elected to the council, as a matter of fact, 2002, I went to the promote for Taste of Addison. So I told them, I invented sesame chicken. I even went to the restaurant very early to cook myself, brought it over. So in the old days, there's Jeff and Anna, in the early morning, talk show. And I told them, hey, I invented this dish. It tastes real good. So they eat it. Oh, that's great. So the next morning, you know Chamberlain Steak Restaurant, right? So the owner is Jeff Barker. One of the owners used to be general manager. He went on the same show. So he said, yesterday, Joe Chow, my friend, said that he invented sesame chicken. Jeff Barker invented the pork chop. So there's no need to invent pork chop. So you know how popular it is.